You're welcome. Thanks for joining. So we're talking about how you can move to the USA for teaching jobs. All right. So if you're a teacher, you want to move to the USA, there are opportunities for you. If you're new here, my name is Jackie. Welcome to the channel. Here I share info to assist you move abroad. So please do subscribe to the channel and turn on your notification bell, right? So that every time I share a new video, you'll be notified and you get to watch it. Returning subscribers, thanks for all the support. I really appreciate all you do to support the channel. If you're watching my video for the first time, please drop a comment. Let me know because I always have something special for first timers. So just drop in the comments, say it's your first time so that I could acknowledge you. All right. Thank you so much. If you want to talk to me one-on-one over a call about your own personal needs for relocation, then you may want to send me an email so we can arrange that, or you use the links in the description box. If you need any of my services, you want me to assist you with anything that has to do with your move abroad, then please feel free to reach me. So that's basically what I do. I help family and friends to move abroad, so we can talk about how you can also achieve your move abroad. And also please follow me on Instagram and on Twitter, and do join my Telegram channel as well. The link to join the channel is in the description box below. And before we get into the video, let me share this very important information. If you want to make $1,000 every month, I have the perfect side hustle for you. You can do this from the comfort of your home, from anywhere in the world, and you don't need to quit your job to do this. You can do it on the side. It is passive income. This is something I have done for over 4 years and I highly recommend it. You can become a publisher on Amazon KDP, and you can do it the way I do it by publishing public domain books. It is very easy to get it done, and you get to earn as much as $1,000 every month from this side hustle. You get paid while you're sleeping, you get paid while you're on vacation. All you need to do is buy a pack of manuscripts from www.stacklee.com. You would see the links in the description box to buy your pack of manuscripts. So there are 3 different packs of manuscripts. One has 60 manuscripts, another has 150 manuscripts, and the other one has 300 manuscripts. All right, so I highly recommend the pack of 300 because that is what I did, but obviously feel free to do what you can afford. There is always room to upgrade your pack later. So how it works is you buy a pack of manuscripts and it comes with free training from Stacklee. Stacklee also trained me when I started over 4 years ago. I knew nothing about it, so you don't have to have any experience or know anything about publishing. I went through the training with Stacklee for about 2 hours, right? And just in 24 hours, my books were already live selling to a global audience on Amazon. Amazon is the biggest e-commerce platform in the world with over 3 billion active users every month. So the customers are eagerly waiting for you to publish your books. So if you want to make over $1,000 every month, it is not fixed, all right? You can make as much as $5,000, $12,000. You can Google it. So many people are doing this from all around the world, and it's a 6-figure business for so many. So do buy a pack of manuscripts, and when you do so, send me an email so I can add you to the group of KDP publishers from around the world. All right, let's get back to the video. So there are 2 ways you can move to the US as a teacher, and one of them would be going through agencies, like recruitment agencies, right? That is one way to get it done. But from my research, that way is not free. Like, you're going to spend some money, to get that done, even though you're not like paying them upfront, but along the line, there's some payments you're going to be making when you want to use the recruitment agencies. We're going to see that later. I'm going to show you their websites and all the information about, a full breakdown on how much it's going to cost you to move to the US as a teacher. We're going to get to see all of that in this video, all right? And then the second way you can do it is by applying directly to schools, right? So let me start with the second way, how to do it yourself without spending money, just applying directly to these schools. Let me share that one first, and then I'm going to share with you about 4 agencies that you can partner with to move to the US as a teacher. Going through the agencies is always easier, all right? That is the easier route, but not everybody may be able to afford it. So let me share this other one to do it your way. Do it by yourself first, and then we'll talk about the other one. All right. So you can just search for jobs, for teaching jobs online. So I love Indeed so much. So you can get teaching jobs here in Indeed. So what you can see here, I just did my own search. I searched for teaching jobs with 8 to 1 visa sponsorship. Yeah, that is something we're going to talk about, the visa type. I think I should have started with that. But let me show you this and then I'll talk about the visa. Okay, so you can see here early childhood teacher in different places in the States. So you can just go through it, see the details, see if you qualify and apply. So you can see different ones here. So you can search for different search terms. So me, I just chose to search for this. So you can be teaching jobs in US, whatever, visa sponsorship. You can just use whatever to search. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the visa. So there are two visa categories that are available for teachers, right? Two immigrant visas, and one of them is the H-1B visa. The H-1B visa is a non-immigrant visa that allows U.S. employers to temporarily employ foreign workers in specialty occupations, and teaching is part of that. All right, it is the largest visa category in the U.S. for guest workers. We are going to talk more about this visa much later. All right, I'm going to give you like differences between the two visas and what you stand to gain from either of them. And the second visa category is the J1 visa. This is also known as the exchange visitor visa. So it is a non-immigrant visa that allows people to participate in exchange programs in the United States. So basically, if you're going to the US on this J1 visa as a teacher, it's basically an exchange teaching program. Okay, we'll get to talk about that later. Let me show you another way you can apply directly to schools, right? So you can apply to states. Like if there's any states that you're targeting, you can apply directly to that state. You can go to like the website of the Department of Education in the state and then look at the school districts there. You see all of them usually have all the school districts, all the schools. So you can go there, check out the website, see the job vacancies and apply directly to the schools, all right? So while you're applying to these schools, that's really a hard way of doing it because not all of them are sponsors, right? So what will happen is that if they are not sponsors, they are going to let you know that they are not sponsors. And some of them can actually assist you to find a sponsor, or they will tell you to go find a sponsor and then come back, sort of thing. All right. So let me show you. Let me just give you a demo on how to find the school districts in different states. So we can just go to Google, right, and do a search. I just did a search here, Florida Department of Education. So it can be any state, Arizona, any state you want to, you can just check. You can also Google education department, all right? So you can do like Arizona Public Education Department, or you do Arizona Department of Education, either of them, all right? So this is it. So you just come here, go to divisions and go to public schools, right? So you go to public schools and you're going to see information about the schools, and you can search by district. So you can go to so you can see here a list of schools by district, list of schools by districts. All right. So all of these websites are going to have this information for you. They list all the schools by district, and you can even Google directly for the district. So you can Google something like Florida list of school districts and just go directly to it. All right, Texas list of school districts. So you can narrow down your search to the school districts. You're going to see the full list. They all have links. They all have websites, that you can, go to reach out to them. So that is about applying by yourself and moving to the US. So let's now go to look at these sponsors that are like recruitment agencies. All right, it's always easier to go through them, but like I said, there are charges. This is USA Employment, connecting cultures and enhancing education through our international teacher exchange. So that is basically what they do. They are all about, getting overseas teachers into the US. So you can see here, they have information about them. They have information about teachers, information about schools and the visa, and then contact them. Teach overseas with confidence. Our teacher exchange program gives you all the support you need to travel with confidence while enjoying new cultural experiences, sharing your unique knowledge and perspective, and gaining incredible new career opportunities. So let's see the steps that they have. So apply for the program. You click here to apply. Once eligibility requirements are met, we'll guide you through the application process, resume submission, and subsequent interviews. Our step-by-step timeline explains the process in detail. So just click here to begin your application, your journey with them. from placement to dream trip to the USA. USAE will identify, USAE is this agency, yeah, will identify a suitable host school and obtain a job offer on your behalf after a video interview. So, and then visa sponsorship, we operate as your visa sponsor for 3 years, which can be extended for up to 2 additional years. So that is 5 years in total. We also issue your family visa documents after 100 days of your arrival. So for them, you need to arrive first, and then your family will join you. Relocation services. USAE offers comprehensive relocation assistance to all teachers. Yeah, orientation, emergency support, tax guidance, and all of that, and all of that. So let's get to see the cost. Costs are subject to change with inflation and increasing cost of goods globally and all of that. Pre-arrival fees, application acceptance fee, $500, relocation fee, $750, foreign credential evaluation fee, $250 to $5. You see what I was telling you, that this method is super expensive. Not everybody has this money to pay, to go through all of this. But yeah, I know people do, right? But not everybody. So that is why I had to start with the free, the one where you can do everything by yourself. All right. And then foreign credential, okay, we've talked about that. And the service fee, that is like COS, that's your visa sponsorship, what you're going to be using to apply for your visa. Yeah. Embassy visa fee. So obviously this one you're going to be paying, when you apply for your visa. Shipping and handling, $150. Initial insurance for J1, initial expense fund to carry, international flights. So it's not like you're going to be submitting all these monies to them. They're just telling you, giving you an idea of what it's going to cost you for the entire process. It doesn't mean you're giving them this money, no. So their own fees is this application, acceptance fee, and all of that, all right? So you can see flight ticket here. Obviously, you're going to be paying your flight ticket. You're not going to walk to the US. So those are basically what they're showing you. Then post-arrival and program-related fees, EV first-time placement fee, $3,000. I mean, it's just a lot. So you can just go through it, during your spare time and see what the cost implication would be. So this is another one, Teach Away. Discover where teaching abroad can take you. Your dream teaching job is out there. We are here to help you get it. So you can see the teaching jobs they have on the website, and you can also register with them, and then they help you, at the back end to land a teaching job. This is HRC International. So they have teaching jobs that you can, use to move to the US. So they have how to apply. Let us see the how to apply. Application process. We are clear about the way we work. No upfront fees, a spread out program plan, and a dedicated career consultant. So this is another agency for teachers. So this agency uses the J1 visa as well. The J1 visa program. This is HTP. All right. So the J1 visa is valid for 5 years. And after the 5 years, you may be required to exit the US to your home country for 2 years before you can come back to the US again. But there's a way around that. If you have an approved waiver, there's something they call a waiver that exempts you from that exit, requirement. So you can just stay back, to continue working in the US. But the thing is that for this J1 visa, you cannot convert it to a green card. You can't get a green card on this J1 visa, at least according to my research, all right? But the H1B visa is valid for 6 years, and you don't need to exit the US, to come back and continue. You can just stay, forever in the US if that is what you want. And then you can also convert it to a green card. If you move to the USA to teach on the H1B, you'll be eligible to apply for your green card. That is your permanent residency in the US. And then, you don't need to return home and all of that, as it is with the J1 visa that you have to leave after 5 years unless you have the waiver. All right. If we do a video about this, maybe if you guys want, I can do videos for these visas only, where I get to give you a full breakdown about the visas, what the waiver is, blah, 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 all of that. If you're interested, I can do a video about that. All right. Then another thing is that the J1 visa, you don't need any teaching certificate for it. All right. You don't need any teaching certificate prior. Like you don't need to register as a teacher or have the license to teach in the US prior to arriving the US. All the certification will be done after you arrive the US. All right. And whereas for the H-1B visa, certification is needed, and you may need to write exams, and all of that, before you can apply for the H-1B visa to teach in the US. So those are the differences. So in this case, in the first point I gave, I'm sure you prefer the H-1B visa because it's a path to permanent residency in the US, and you don't need to exit, at the end of 5 years. But this second point, the J1 seems easier because you don't need any certification for it. You can do all of that when you arrive the US already. And then the third thing I want to point out about this is that for the J1 visa, you don't need any English language certification. You don't need TOEFL, you don't need IELTS or anything like that. You don't need to prove your English proficiency at all for the J1 visa. Whereas the H-1B visa, you need to have your English language proficiency test, right? And you also, for J1, you don't need any medical, medical tests and all of that. But for the H-1B, you may be required to take some medical exam like tuberculosis, all those exams they usually do. So and that's another difference between the two visas. So the J1 visa kind of sounds easier, right? Okay, so another difference between these visas is that the J1 visa, your dependents can work in the states with you. So if you have a spouse, your spouse can also work in the US alongside you, and can study as well. Your spouse can work and can study. Whereas on the H-1B, your spouse cannot work, but your children can study. So on both visas, you can move with your dependents, right? But J1, your spouse can work. H-1B, your spouse cannot work. Okay, so those are the differences. But your children can study in the US. So, you may just want to look at the two visas to see which one favors you the most. Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much. If you're new here or you're yet to subscribe, please subscribe to the channel so you can be seeing more videos from me, and also so that you can get notified when I come live tomorrow. All right. So please join me again tomorrow. Let me know in the comments which country you'd like me to talk about, which routes, which occupation, anything that you need. Just let me know all your needs in the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to talk about them. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see you again tomorrow. Love you all. Love you all. Thank you.